Good morning, welcome to This Old Mojo. Today I'm going to be transplanting some Jack-In-The-Pulpit. And a flat of hyacinth, some more hyacinth, and 3 tulips, and some dahlias, lilies, got lilies over here as well, and first time with these, Tricertis. Yeah, that sounds like it. All right, the gator is not working, so let's load up all the stuff in the wheelbarrow and we'll get at this. I'm going to be harvesting the Jack-In-The-Pulpits from down here in the woods. I marked a few. Yeah, that one's pretty big right there. I definitely want to get the ones in the road because I just run those over every year. So we'll start with these if I can find them. If not, we'll get these over here. I can't find any in the road there. There's a little one right by this flag. And nothing by this one. So there's only, there it is. Gotta look a little harder. All right. This is probably not the best time to do a transplant of a bulb like this, but it's the only time that I can really do it. So what I'm going to do is just gently dig down until I find the bulb. And then, yeah, we got roots coming out right here. I'll bet that's from, yeah, that's from it. We'll take a shovel full of dirt from underneath it and take the whole mess and we'll bring it up and put it back in the ground just the way it came out. Hopefully this works out. I forgot to bring a base for the camera, so it's just sitting on the ground. Oh, the bulb is right there. All right, I don't want to damage the roots too much or at all. There we go. That's one. A while back, one of these eroded out of the side of the hill and rolled down onto the road, and it was a really large bulb. So the old ones get pretty darn big. Again, there's all kinds of roots on the surface. All right, I got a couple of bigger ones and then a bunch of little babies, these little spikes, like that. So I'm going to try to get them in these little bare spots, and I want to get them all kind of right next to each other so you can see it as you're walking by right here. Maybe I'll go down here a little further because we got some blackberry growing right there. Got something coming up right here. Yeah, maybe right in here. We'll figure it out. All right, right, unfortunately, this big one all I got was the root ball, so I got a tree root right there. Spread these roots out. And cover them up. Yeah, when I dug these up, pretty much every one of them had roots above the surface of the ground. Not all of them, but there was roots above the surface. So I think they're gonna make it, but we'll see. Okay. This one, I got the root ball with it, but you can see this is the surface and there was roots right there. We'll go back a little further with this one. Right here. The reason that the roots were above the ground is probably because there was leaves all over the top of it and they could still get moisture and it's still dark right there. Okay, that's two. Get a little one back here. That's probably my wife texting. I sent her a picture of the bluebells in the woods. And we're going to try to plant bluebells right in this area as well. It's pretty nice and shaded. And all of these woods plants like this, even though they grow in the shade, they grow so early in the year that the trees don't have leaves on them yet. So they were in plenty of sun down there. All right, now I got a bunch of really tiny ones, but I want to get them all right in this area. All these need is a little poke because they're really tiny. Actually, we'll go a little bigger than that. Got a double here. Oh, got another one. I'll go right here. Okay, now I have a ton of other bulbs to plant over in the pet cemetery, so let's get at that. Trying to block the wind. It's getting pretty windy out here. All right, this is my thinking so far. There is a grave back there, one there, all through here, but there's kind of a strip right along there. I think I'm going to put these tulips there. And then we have the dahlias and the lilies. I think I'm going to put them right in front of the rock. I want to leave this front open. Good space for graves right along here for cats or other smaller animals. This is like the small animal section right here. Got plenty of room back there as well. And then the hyacinths, I'm going to put all these like medium ones all in a row and then a cluster of them right here, but I don't want to come any further than this front band right here, and I have the bigger ones right behind the rock, and then we are pretty much done with hyacinths for a while, at least in this area. I gotta find another ground cover for the top of this grave right here. I've planted these phlox a couple times and they do really terrible right here. So I need to find something else for that. And I gotta fix something was digging right here. I gotta get rid of this dirt and put some more rubber mulch in there. We have this black lily. These aren't really tall, but I was thinking of putting them right here, and you'll see the tops of them over the rocks. I want to have those all by themselves. And we have a bunch of other lilies in this gap right here. I don't want to go too far out that way. You could see I got a few things coming up there, so I'm thinking of putting those and these three right here, and then those four, maybe put them right there. Again, I don't know what those are, and I'll have to read the size and all that. So I have a lot of planting to do, so I better get started. It's been almost a week now since I planted this stuff. The weather has just been terrible for the last 6 days, but the hyacinths that I planted are looking really good. That's surprising. The rest of this stuff is just bulbs, except for these tulips, and they looked bad when I put them in. They were way past their prime. The other thing that I planted was the Jack-In-The-Pulpit. We'll go back and look at that, and then we'll wrap this up. Got some really nice flowers on the apple tree. Yeah, it's been really cold, and the day that I planted this stuff, it just got so late that it was dark and I couldn't finish filming that day, and then the rest of the days were just terrible. These, the ones that weren't dug up, are doing fantastic. You could see something dug. There was a tiny one here, I believe, and there is one there that I don't see, but it doesn't look like that was dug up. But we got one here doing well, and these are doing really well. I really like the Jack-In-The-Pulpit. Looks like a pitcher plant. Can't really see. Jack is the little thing inside there. Yeah, these are really cool plants. And having them here right along the walkway, I'll be able to see them in the spring. They're a spring plant. They'll have seeds on them the rest of the summer, but in the spring they look really cool. All right, finally got a little bit of calm. Well, here comes the wind again. Well, we'll just go for it anyways. That'll wrap this video up. The next video will probably be of the tiny house, but I have a few videos that are kind of backed up, so I'm not exactly sure what the next video is. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.